listening to Crazy from the Flavor Flav 2 show and Heather from Charm School. Check out my interview at blackpressradio.com.
Hey, what's going on? You got your girl Ice hanging out right here from Flavor of Love 3. Yeah, boy!
My real name is Autumn Joy, but Flav called me Seasons, so I'm a pretty interesting character on the show. I think the season's going to be pretty cool.
Hey, this is Shay Bucky Johnson from Flavor Flav 2 and Charm School. Make sure you check out my interview at blackpressradio.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tariq King Flex Nasheed, best-selling author of The Art of Mackin', The Mac Within, and Player Be Played. You guys have seen me on Charm School, put the Mac down, put the game down, and you can peep me and other great interviews on blackpressradio.com.
For BlackPressMagazine.com, I'm DC Livers. Well, today is the day that we've all been waiting for, the beginning of the Flavor of Love 3 podcast series. And today we're going to be talking to Ice. We've already had the chance to meet some of the Flavor of Love girls very briefly. And in the next couple weeks, as you watch the show, you're going to understand why they were chosen. So I want to thank you, Ice, for being a part of the show today.
No problem. Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, let's talk just a little bit about who you are, kind of catch the audience up who might not have caught some of the video things that have happened online or on TV. What's your real name, where are you from, and what makes you special? How'd you get on the show?
Right on. Well, my name's Amanda Habrowski. I was born in Michigan, St. Clair Shores. I've been living here my whole life. I live still with my parents in their house, but hey, you got to save up money somehow. I kind of started off doing the whole radio thing. From high school, I did the high school announcements, the video announcements, and I kind of got told my whole life that, hey, your voice this, your voice that. So that branched me into the radio industry. I went to Specs Howard right after high school, graduated with my radio certificate, did some interning through 93.1 DRQ, which was a radio station here in Detroit before it was Doug FM. Did that for about 3 months. And then hung out with 95.5, which I currently work at now, doing an on-air weekend show from 1 to 6 in the morning. It's kind of the late-night shift, but it's the bar crowd, and it's funny because I get to talk with all the drunk people. So it kind of helped me branch out into the person who I am today because I was really shy when I was a little kid. But now I definitely am a very outgoing person, and I like to talk a lot. And I had a chance to, hang out wherever the radio station goes, and the whole, thing for Flavor of Love kind of came about from going out to the clubs.
Wow. And I understand you're also a Hooters waitress. Is that right?
Yeah, I've actually been working at Hooters for 3 years now. It's just a little something extra while I did on the side from trying to get my whole radio career started. I kind of hate it, but you got to do what you got to do to make the extra money, you know?
Wow. Hooters has it's a big company. I just saw a magazine that they had. I think they have their own airplane, and of course the chain of restaurants they're very big. So I know that you'll be very popular once the show airs.
I'm definitely trying to get that started with Hooters.
Do you plan to continue to work at Hooters during that airing of the show?
Yeah, I plan to continue working there. I also was trying to have the premiere there, but the way they say it's a racy show, so, people going on there trying to find love, I don't see how it's such a racy show. And guys practically go to Hooters to check out the chicks. Why would they want to check out the chicks on the show?
So you confirm what most of us think when we hear our boyfriends tell us that they're just going for the wings. So you tell us the inside story, right?
Yeah.
But I saw that there's a few girls that are going to be on Flavor of Love this year that have worked at Hooters. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, there's actually myself, Miami, and Rada. We all actually work at Hooters. I thought it was a pretty cool thing. I don't know how it all worked out that way. Maybe it was just a coincidence, or it was just pretty cool because we're all in the house and we're like, oh, yeah, I work at Hooters. I was like, yeah, I work at Hooters too. And she's like, yeah, I work at Hooters.
So did you put yourself into the competition, or how did you end up getting picked on the show?
It was actually weird. I never actually went to, one of the real casting calls that they had, when they went from city to city. They actually were at Tonic Nightclub in Pontiac, and I was talking to Scott Goldstein, and he said, hey, why don't you try out for the show? Maybe you can make it on there. I was like, okay, cool, why not? Take a shot at it. So I just went to another casting call where they just interviewed me for 15 minutes on video, and they ended up sending that to the producers on the show, And that's when they got back to me, and it was pretty much like a phone tag game, like, hey, okay, we need you to send this back, go get tested, do all this.
Wow. Tested? Were they want an HIV test or what?
Yeah, gotta make it safe. Hey, I'm not going on that show, trying to get nothing.
Wow. You know what's interesting to me, that we're at Flavor of Love 3, and at the same time we're having a major presidential election, so the contradiction is kind of funny in a way,
yeah.
When you think about how serious one side of America is, and yet how playful the show is going to be. But already people are, some of the critics are upset and angry about the whole concept in this way. Was there a lot going on in the show? I mean, that you can speak about? What was the show like this year, and how is it different than Flavor of Love 1 and 2, besides the fact that Delicious and New York are on it?
Right, exactly. I'm not really allowed to talk about the show. That's why you guys, you have to watch and stay tuned. Hey, what's going on? You got your girl Ice hanging out right here from Flavor of Love 3. Yeah, boy! You're listening to BlackPressRadio.com.
My real name is Autumn Joy, but Flav called me Seasons, so I'm a pretty interesting character on the show. I think the season's going to be pretty cool.